out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch, try to come to life. Jumping in the shower and the blood starts pumping, out on the streets the traffic starts jumping, the folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving, they just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. They let you dream just to watch them shatter. You're just a step on the boss man's ladder, but you got dreams he'll never take away. In the same boat with a lot of your friends, waiting for the day your ship will come in and the tide's gonna turn and it's all gonna go your way. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving, they just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Hey guys, welcome to Bell's Bargains. My name is Amy. If this is your first time here, stick around just a few minutes. You might like it. Just stay, just watch a little bit longer. This is a channel that is Dollar Tree and only Dollar Tree and all Dollar Tree. Because why? Because the Dollar Tree, everything is $1. And guess what? You've landed on Totally Easy Tuesday. Now, if you want to know anything about the uploads that I do every week, all you've got to do is look down below in the description box and it's going to tell you all about them. So I do 4 to 5 uploads every week, sometimes 6, occasionally 7. So we do DIYs, I do food reviews, Dollar Tree shopping hauls, and everything is Dollar Tree, right down to the supplies that I use for my DIYs and crafts and upscales. Which brings us to what we're here for today, because today is Totally Easy Tuesday, and that is crafting for the non-crafter. What I've done for you today is so easy, so easy. Anybody can do it. All right, but first there's just a few things. What I want everybody to know is that I do a weekly giveaway, and all you have to do is watch my videos on Tuesday and Thursday, and those are normally DIY videos. Last week it got switched because the kids were here and we did a live, but normally it's Totally Easy Tuesday and Themed Thursdays, and those are both craft days. If you watch both of those, give me a thumbs up, make a comment, and you must be a subscriber. Then you're entered into a drawing, and I give away a $20 gift card every week. And I announce the winner now on Tuesday. So today, right now, we're going to announce the winner. Guess who it is today? Oh, it's one of my favorites. She's been here for a while, and she always makes the sweetest comments. I love her, and that is my Canadian friend, Carmen. Carmen Cabanas. I hope I said that right. You are our winner. So Carmen, all you need to do is go into Facebook and message me on Messenger and give me your address, and I'll send you a $20 Dollar Tree gift card, of course. Also, what we do on this channel is we do subscribers craft challenges. So what we're doing right now, I sound like Scooby-Doo. What we're doing right, we're doing the truck. All right, so this is something fairly new. It's the only second challenge that we've done. And you can get any truck at the Dollar Tree, any truck whatsoever. However, we're running out of time because literally these need to be, the pictures for these need to be back to me. What's today? Today is where's that calendar when I need it? I always say I'm gonna put one there. Okay, so today is the 25th or the 26th or the 27th. I don't know. It's close to that. You have until Saturday to get me the picture of your craft, and then probably next Tuesday or Thursday next week, I will have the video that shows everybody's crafts that did the subscriber challenge. Now, the only rules are you have to use only Dollar Tree supplies. Of course. Duh. So, but it could be any truck. I just happen to have the 3-dimensional one, but they make galvanized ones. There's any truck that you could find would pass. So, and any ideas for next month's challenge would be great, because next month's challenge will start next week, and we'll actually have a whole month to do it, which I think will be better. All right, so also, let's see, 1,000 subscribers. You guys, I'm at $7.99 as I'm making this video, so I might be at 800 by tomorrow. But when we get to 1,000, Marcus is going to make his appearance. He might have to shower for that, huh? I don't know. Anyway, and I am just out of the pool, so this is that naturally curly hair, and making spaghetti, getting ready to make spaghetti for the boys back there. They're in the shower right now, and they're not going to pop on because they don't know I'm doing this video right now. But tomorrow, you get more of Zane and Zeke. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Thursday, you get more of Zane and Zeke. Sorry, I had to think about that for a moment. Okay, so I think I've got everything else. By the way, how many of you went on Sunday to get your 10% off? I did. We got home from camping, which was phenomenal. We had such a good time camping. It rained all day on Saturday, but we still had a great time. Except, guess what? I forgot. I forgot the s'mores, and they're never gonna let me live it down. Trust me. I can't believe I forgot the s'mores. You know what? That we were just like, I was trying to get everything. Anyway, whatever. We forgot the s'mores. So we didn't have s'mores. I'll make it up to him. We're gonna have s'mores in the backyard here. Anyway, we had such a good time. So before you all ask me, yes, it was a great trip. We had a great time. We stopped in Tombstone on the way back and had some fun there, watched a shootout. And then when we got home from Tombstone, my daughter and I ran to a Dollar Tree quick for that 10% off. So we ran really quick before it closed. All right, let me show you what I did today. It is totally easy Tuesday, and you know what that means. Oh, by the way, before I forget, the t-shirt video, I totally forgot to link it on Saturday, so I'm going to link it down below at the end of this video. Unless I add it onto the video. I don't think maybe I'll just add, no, I can't add it on. I made it too long ago. I'll link it down below, the video. It's horrible. Don't judge me on that. Okay, so this was so much fun because it was so easy. And the boys are here, so it's like, okay, what are the easiest things I could do? So I went whoosh really quickly. All right, I just hauled on Saturday. You guys just watched me haul something, and can you guess what it was? And I said I need this just because. That's a knee pad. It's a knee pad. Wait till you see on the video. This is one of the planks that they're carrying there now. I just hauled this. I dyed it. I rubbed shoe polish all over it to get this cool, like, sort of fall color. And this is just a pick. This is a knee pad. So, and I love it because it has a slit, so I tuck the rope in. It's so boho looking, isn't that? I really love this piece. And it was so easy, which, you know, I love to say that. But it's so funny because I showed it to some people after I made it. I had a couple people over swimming today, and they all thought this was concrete. And I said, yeah, it looks very much like that. It's super interesting. So there you guys go. Another thing completely off the beaten path. It's a knee pad. You only get one in a package, by the way, in case you need to. Just thought I should let you know that you only get one. And I just think this is really cool. Very boho, so simple. Super light, by the way, too, which is nice. And then, because it was Tuesday, I'd been wanting to do another calendar page from last year's calendars. And so this is a clipboard, by the way, but I love the size of the clipboards. And this is, it says, enjoy the simple things. And so I thought that was very appropriate for Totally Easy Tuesday. But what I did, you guys, you'll see on the video, I really tried to age it. I like it when it's pretty aged, like see how it's rubbing off there. So I used spray adhesive this time to put it on. I did not use Mod Podge because I wanted more of a, I don't know how to explain this, but more like it was actually printed on there. And so, and it wears, it's super thin. So if you rub on these at all, it wears. So I love that. Did furniture marker around the ends so it bled in just slightly in some spots. I like that. I ran the furniture marker over some of the creases. You know, I don't work too hard to get out creases. I kind of like them. And then just added some florals and a band of the faux leather for the handle. And this is a simple, enjoy the simple, it says, enjoy the simple things. Simple, but really elegant looking piece. I love this. And I love the colors in this too. It's very fallish and we're getting there. I don't know. We didn't even hit 100 today in Arizona. Wait, what? Yeah. Oh, and we had rain all week. All right, then, so I was trying to do a couple things. Like I just showed you guys, I just hauled this. So I wanted to like do that craft as quickly as I could because I didn't tell you what I was going to do with it. I just said I bought a knee pad. Can't tell you why. Some of you thought some other things. Get your minds out of the gutter. But I also hauled, I think 2 weeks ago, I hauled some coloring books. For those of you that watch my hauls, you know I hauled the mandala coloring books. And look, the fronts are missing because you know why? Did exactly what I said I was going to do. Guys, these came out so incredibly beautiful. I love these. Now, I want you to take note. The one on the black, I left it so it filled in the whole frame. And this one, I cut it out. And I love that effect. It's so cute. But now, I only had 2. And I was like, you know, I can't ever do anything in 2s. It has to be like 3s, 5s, or 1, 3, 5. So then what I did is I went to my stash and I had one of those, it's one of the box prints. You know, they have these boxes that have, you'll see in the video. And I grabbed one of those and look, I took coloring pages. I'm not gonna be able to hold this up, which is too bad. I'll have to hang it up maybe and take a photo that way. So I took coloring pages from one of the coloring books that this was the cover of, or that, I don't know which one it was. and just Mod Podge them onto this. It had white borders, so that was absolutely perfect. And look, what a sweet trio this would be hanging now, right? And so boho. This pop of color and then just offsetting it with a completely different, just plain black and white. So in the video, I don't think I added the leather strip. I did that after because I was looking at it after it all dried and I was like, and then I forgot to record, but I was like, that's pretty easy. I just put a piece of leather strip on it and glued it. So I think you guys can figure that out. Could be ribbon, could have been rope also, would have been cool. So anyway, I love these. I hope you guys like them. You're not getting a ton of crafts today. Obviously the kids are here, so I tried to do this morning really quickly before they got too riled up and we had to get in the pool. That's it. That's all I got for you today. So it's going to be a shorter video actually than usual. And I still have my $5, which I'm going to do a craft with. I haven't figured it out yet. Something. I don't know. I'm going to frame it. I should have him sign it, all that. All right, but I did another coloring book one. You know how much I love those. I think they're so cool. I really, honestly, you guys, I'm going to have to hang these up in my house somewhere. I think this is just so incredibly beautiful. It looks like something that you would buy. And it's $1 frame and the cover of $1 coloring book. I'm into this, $5 for this little trio, unless you count the ribbon, and then it would be $6. All right, let's turn that the right way. So I'm into this $6 total if you count the ribbon. That's pretty amazing when you think about it. All right, so enjoy the video, everybody. Hope you have a great day, great week, a great life. I will see you back here on Thursday for Themed Thursday, which I believe there's a good chance it's going to be tie-dye. Us tie-dyeing. I washed the t-shirts today so we could tie-dye. So we will see you back here on Thursday. And as always, from your singing crafty crafter, happy hunting at your local Dollar Tree. Enjoy the video. For this one, I have these two floating frames, I call them, and the two coloring books. And I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, which I said I was going to frame these. So that's what I'm going to do because I just think they're so incredibly beautiful. Let's frame. This is so easy. I open up the frame. I take the back piece of glass off, remove the piece of paper that they have on there, and I left the tape because that was just going to help hold it in place once it was in there. And then put the glass over it. Super easy. I'm matching up the corner down there on the corner of the coloring book, taking a pencil, outlining, and then I'm just going to cut that out, removing it from the cover of the coloring book. And then I just trimmed along the whole outside of the mandala. Obviously, the little purple dots that were part of it don't get in there. And this was a little tedious, but in the end, it comes out so cool. And after I'm done cutting all of this out, I took a black furniture marker actually, but Sharpie or anything could do, just to run along the edges of it because you don't want any of the white to show through from the front of the coloring book. See that? I just sort of outline it. And this is such a pretty print though, so I pop it in the frame and it just looks amazing. Just so beautiful. You don't even know you're missing the little purple dots. Put that frame back on, and then this one is done. It was that simple and it looks so cool. And then I go on to the second one. We're going to repeat the same process. Open that up, remove the paper. And while I'm doing this, I'm thinking, oh, this is so cool, but I don't have a third one. And so that's when I decided I was going to do a piece that would match it using some of the coloring book pages. Now this one I did not cut out. I went ahead and left it. I thought that was really cool because now I'm going to have 3 different pieces that all go together, but we're not doing the exact same thing. And so now I'm going to move on to coloring book pages. So this one, I have this sign, and it is just a box sign. And I'm going to use it to make a complementary piece to these two. And I'm just going to do that by using Mod Podge and a brush and Mod Podging all over this some mandalas, different ones. And like there's little ones I can use and big ones I can use. And I'm going to Mod Podge and cover the whole thing up. One thing I love about these coloring books is that they are perforated, so ripping out the pages is super easy. And I put the Mod Podge on, and I just put this one piece on because it fits sort of perfectly. And I should have gotten it a little wet first. These pages are thick enough that you can get them wet, so I struggled with it a little bit. Moving forward, I did use water. So I go get water, I think, like right now, and start putting some water on it just to help. And I was trying just to get it. It wasn't quite centered somehow. And I'm like, oh no, I've already got it on there. I was getting out some of the bumps. Anyway, and then smoothing it on there. And then I take my sander and just sand off the edges around it. I've always found that's like the easiest way to do this when you're putting something on this and you can sand. It's so easy. You get a clean line. So after doing that and getting this one on, I then went through, and at first I thought I was just going to leave the front like this, and I was just going to put some other pieces on the sides, but I got one little rip in it, and I wanted to cover it up, and so I was like, okay, let me see what it looks like if I put some over it. In the end, I love how it came out. And so I just went through the coloring book and found some smaller ones. I cut those out, and I'm just ripping it out of there so I can trim it up. So I trim all the white off of this, obviously, because I want to put pattern over pattern. So having white on there wasn't going to work. So I just trim it around. And you don't have to be super careful because there's so much going on. Nobody's going to notice if a little tiny mistake, they're not going to notice. So do that, Mod Podge. This one I do get wet first. I put it in the water, get it wet, and then Mod Podge on the back of it. It makes it so much more pliable and easier to apply, you guys. Way easier. I just love how this looks. I'm keeping this piece. And the other two. I'm going to put them in my bedroom. And then I realized that I hadn't really sanded that other side, so I was fixing it out there. And then just cut out this part. Wasn't a complete one, but it was complete enough. And notice how I'm just going around that circle part, disregarding the little circly line things, because it doesn't matter. It's going to look totally fine when I put it on here. And so I wasn't going to try and make it any more difficult than I needed to. I went and ran that underwater in the sink, by the way, because it was a bigger piece. And then Mod Podge on. And this could really be any way that you guys want it. There's no right or wrong. I didn't even trim. I just did the bed sheet fold on the corner with the paper, which is fine. It holds. And I thought about stopping here, and then like that, I just noticed there was a little boo-boo there, so I thought, okay, I'm going to put one more on. And so I find this one, which I think is really pretty. Notice there was like some of them were like, there was the one that had black in it, then the one that was like white with just the lines, and then there was the gray one, and this one I felt like had white and gray. So, and it was a smaller one. So again, just cutting it out. Notice the little loop-de-loop on the top of the longer ones. I'm not cutting that out. I'm just cutting it off because I don't need to make this more difficult than it is. So cutting can be difficult enough. And I cut into it. It didn't matter because I'm just going to lay it down flat. So anyway, and then I do the same thing. Get this one wet at the sink, Mod Podge it, and put that on there. And oh, it's so pretty. These patterns are so beautiful. Like I want to do a whole wall. And then I just let it dry. Added one more on there, a big one on the other corner. And yeah, it's so pretty. Probably could have gone without this last one on there, but it's fine. I like it because then I just had the one white portion, which is on the bottom of it. And then I don't show it on here, but after it dried, I added the leather strap on there just to give it a stronger piece of black to tie in with the other ones. for this one, since this says enjoy the simple things, I think that's super appropriate for Totally Easy Tuesday. And I have some white faux leather ribbon and this sort of brown. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna use. Spray adhesive. This is a clipboard, some burlap roses, and all of my container full of random greenery that falls off. I'm just making a sign for hanging. I'll probably put a hanger on it in whatever leather I use. So pried off the clipboard portion of it. And it doesn't take much. And I wasn't too worried about damage because I know I'm putting something over it, so I just scraped it there to make it flat. I did use spray adhesive, and the reason, you know, the spray adhesive, see how there's a little bit of bubbles? And the thing about sometimes with Mod Podge, depending upon what you're using it on, it can really loosen up the print or whatever. And the spray adhesive, I just kind of like it. It gives it more of a part of the wood feel for me. I don't know how to explain it. And then I do leave the wrinkles in. You know, I like the little wrinkles. One of the reasons that I like to use these clipboards is because of the color in the background. You don't see the opposing side of the calendar page. And when you put it on, a lot of times when you put it on wood and stuff, it's too light. So this color seems to work great. Black also works very well. Using a furniture marker, this is the mahogany. And again, you know, I go around so it bleeds into my paper. And then I just started looking at the white and the brown. I ended up going with the brown leather. I just thought it looked better with these fallish colors. Could have gone with the white and it might have made it look a little more spring, but there was so much orange in here. And then just playing with the greenery and the burlap roses. I believe this is the first time I've used the burlap roses. I have them and I love them. And I love how they look. And just randomly putting some greenery in there. Trying to stick with, by the way, the greens that were already in there, the color of greens that were already on the print. And after I do this and it's dry, I go back and do just a tiny bit of sanding on the crinkles because it makes them soak up if I put any color on them. Well, I tried a white flower, that didn't work. Then I'm going to put the handle on. I do measure to find the middle. And then just sort of eyeball putting them on after that. You notice the one's way off. I don't even know. Like I eyeball and then I eyeball completely wrong. So I tried to fix it there. Glue this down. Super. This is so light that hot glue is all you need for the hanger. And then just took the furniture. I was trying to fix the little tear there. But again, I wanted sort of the aged look. So I take that furniture marker and just sort of add some spots in here and there. Just to give it some wear. And on the, watch when I do it on the wrinkles. It just sort of, it's like dirt's gotten into these cracks of this piece, which is exactly what I wanted. And it looks like it's been on there a long time. Doesn't come across on film as well as it does in person, you guys, but it looks really cute. I think this is a really sweet sign. Yeah, and that's it. And then I'm done, and it looks pretty. Enjoy the simple things. This is a totally easy project for Totally Easy Tuesday. I have one of these planks of wood, which I just picked up at the Dollar Tree, the shoe polish from the Dollar Tree, a knee pad, one pick of greenery, and some assorted lengths and stuff of nautical rope. So what I'm going to make is a wall hanging that holds a plant using a knee pad. Pretty simple because it is Totally Easy Tuesday. And I'm going to start by using the shoe polish to stain our piece of wood here. And I'm just going to grab myself a paper towel to do that. I believe this is the first time I've used shoe polish to stain anything on this channel. Maybe not. But anyway, it's been a while. So what I love about this is like their red shoe polish. I've actually never found another color. I would love to. I just haven't found any other colors. But do you see how it gives it such like a I mean, I want to say sunflower color almost, but it's a very fall yellowish, orangish color, and I love it. Um, and it's so easy, you guys. And look at how much stain you get in a thing of shoe polish. Like, I hardly use any, and I still have a ton of stain for whatever I want to do in the future. I can see using this a lot this fall for some of my fall decor because I do really like the color that it turns out. And then I just wipe the excess off on the back. Not that I need to, but I thought, well, whatever. I have excess on the paper towel, I might as well. And then it's just, this is the easiest project and it's so cool. So this wood plank are the ones that I just hauled and I've just seen for the first time at Dollar Tree, by the way. I like it. I don't have to cut anything, right? Now I'm going to take the strap off of our knee brace right there. And then I'm measuring it and I decide, okay, it's a little wide. I think I'll take the first section off of it. Super easy to do, but you know I held on to that piece of foam though. I'll use it for something. And I just followed the line that was already there. So extremely easy to cut this off. And I knew that I was going to put something on the border of this after I glued it down, so I wasn't too worried about being super careful. And then all I do is hot glue it down. Now, I wanted to sort of shape it so that it sort of had a waist. It's the only way I can think of to say it, because it naturally went in. And so just take the hot glue, put it on. All I did was, this was just visual. I just laid it down there visually and like, okay, that looks close enough. I didn't feel like it was going to be too hard to do that because it was so close to the width of the wood. And then lay it down and see how I'm sort of pushing out the bottom, so it almost gives it like a vase effect. And hold it there for a little bit so it's wider on the bottom. I don't know. I think it looks really cool. I'm actually going to do some more stuff like this because the knee pads are so lightweight. You could do so many things with them. So I'll be picking some more of those up. And they're already black. And the design on them looks like it's a piece of concrete with a pressed design in it. Now I want you guys to notice this is, I'm not using, I'm not going to use full nautical. I'm going to use 2 strands wound together to go around the border of it. I do this a lot. I like the look of the 2 strands because it's like a curly Q. And I couldn't put anything too thick because we were so close to the sides. So I just hot glued it in the center, inside, and then just ran the hot glue around the base of it. And I kind of watch to make sure that my rope is still twisted as I go along, because you don't want it to be straight. You want to continue to have that twist in there. See? And then just hot glue it all around there. Trim it off on the top. By the way, I could have gone without putting this trim on there. It actually looked fine without it, but I knew I was going to add some nautical on across the top of it, and also for a hanger. Now, this part I love. There's slits already in this because of where the strap went, and so they pressure fit the rope in there. I didn't even have to like just hot glue in a little spot there. I didn't have to glue that on the inside. Now that piece ends up being a little too short, so I got another piece and cut it a little bit longer so that it would drape down slightly. Look at that. Oh, it looks so cool. And then just tucked it in. It was like, boom, easy, so easy. Tucked it in. Now I've got a little, there you go. And then I wanted to add another piece on there, but I decided not to go with the full. I took another curly piece because I knew I was going to use full for the hanger. So I was trying to balance. So I had the 2 strands on the border around it and in the middle here, and then the full strand in the middle, and then it's going to become the hanger. And look at that. Again, I'm just tucking this in, you guys. I reached in just to pull it through to where I wanted it. That's it. Now let's add our rope hanger. Oh yeah, I forgot this. I did use the lighter and just burn off some of those excess. Just really careful to do it pretty fast because this, obviously the knee pad is rubber. And then I'm looking like, okay, what's that going to look like? All right, yep, that's good. And then I get my regular nautical rope. I cut the tape off the end. There was tape on the end of this one. And then I just did a knot and hot glued on the side. So I love this. It gave it a chunkier look for the handle. So I thought that was really cool. I really like this piece. And could it be any easier? Like literally couldn't be any easier. So I knotted both my knots and frayed the ends a little bit. This one wouldn't lay flat, so I ended up unknotting it and re-knotting it to try and get it to lay flat, because I wanted them to sort of lay flat on the side. So I just knotted it the other way to see if that was going to work better. And it did. And then I just visualized my distance here. I didn't measure. And then just glued that down. I put a little too much glue on, so I pulled some of the glue off right here with the scissors. Always a great way to pull glue off. It works. And then glued the other side down, and we popped our plants in, and voila, we have a very boho looking wall plant hanger, I guess is what we call it. Not a sconce because there's not a candle. Anyway, hope you like it.